wasn't clout chasing, like what everybody is in the comments saying, like on Shade Room and the whole nine.
No, I was not clout chasing. This is a situation that been ongoing that I done spoke on minorly, but not really went the whole 9 yards, because every time I do bring it to people's attention, they, hit me up like, oh, this is going to change, that is going to change, this is going to be this way, that's going to be this way. I was not clout chasing. I could have brought this to the media's attention a long time ago. I brought it here now because I'm a fed up mother. I done dealt with a lot over time, just listening to them lie and give false hope to me and my son. It was never about money or clout or any of that, but now it's at a whole nother level.
Okay. So now we addressed that part. Let's get into the actual Durk situation, we're going to call it. Okay. So how did you meet Durk?
That is a story that I am tired of telling, but it's me and him knew of each other through his cousin MacArthur, who was Newski, as everybody know him, the rapper that passed away, rest his soul as well. I went to elementary school with him because people who know me know I'm originally from Chicago.
Okay.
We went to elementary school together. We was in the same classroom, and that's how I met him. We just always known of each other, but when I had moved back to Chicago from here, that's when me and him kind of started to be around each other more. But I was never into him being Lil Durk. It wasn't a big deal to me. He was just somebody we knew from when we was kids. He wasn't nobody.
Okay. Now, going from... So I take it you guys was messing around before this Durk.
Yeah, I don't know who this Durk is.
Okay, so...
It's a different person.
Okay, so during that... Now you pregnant or whatever. Now did you try to reach out, or is this the first time you've reached out, or how has that been? Because the way that it's presented to like the outside is this is your first time coming out of nowhere.
In 7
you know what I mean?
years,
like why?
Yeah,
his brother just passed. Like
yeah.
What? Bring people up to speed on that aspect of it.
Okay, yeah. So, for everybody that's been wondering, so that I can clear my conscience as well, honestly and truthfully, Durk has been knowing about my son since he got me pregnant. He knew I was pregnant before I even knew I was pregnant. When I got pregnant by him, he decided to say he didn't want to deal with me because his other baby mama, Nikki, had found out about me being pregnant by him, and she started to keep him away from his other kids. And secretly, he would be behind closed doors trying to tell me to bring my son to visit him after he was born and everything. And people who've been following me and knowing me for a while know that I was dealing with Caper Boy, who was Fredo Santana's brother. And even though I was dealing with him, I always knew that Durk was my son's dad, and Caper even knew that. But for moral support, he just decided to be there for me, and Durk knew that. So it's just like, this was a situation where, as a man, I understand pride and everything, but we also got to be realistic. My son didn't do any of this. Regardless of how you feel towards me for what I did, or how you feel towards me for whatever your ego and everything tell you, my son didn't do anything. So, after all, he knew my son was his. And as my son started to get older, D-Thing was the one who reached out to me saying, like, man, he looked like, bro, or whatever. Like, and they couldn't ignore the fact that, side by side, this is pretty much his twin. So, it's like, that's why I hate for it to look like I was putting any disrespect towards D-Thing, because
right.
He was one of the people who originally reached out. Like, people saw the messages. He claimed my son as his nephew. His pullback came from how Durk responded to everything. Because when Durk got with India, he wasn't honest with her about him having my son, about my son being out here. So to keep his home happy, he decided to keep my son a secret. But behind closed doors, his mom was talking to my son. She still will be talking to my son to this day, had this information I got out to the internet. But they continue to want me to be quiet about everything so they can continue to be happy, not knowing how much this is mentally damaging my son. He see y'all all over the internet. He see the lifestyle that y'all live. And he's forced to sit back and watch that. You know, I never made it about money because he's well taken care of. But if y'all not gonna be there consistently, instead of just calling saying, "Oh, when he get out of school, let us know. We gonna come and get him and bring him down for family vacation," or whatever the case may be, like the Disney trip. I knew beforehand that a Disney trip was planned. They asked me about it. I never said he couldn't go, but we didn't hear nothing else about it. So my son is 7, about to be 7, July 1st. We gonna see if they give him a call. They got his number. They don't gotta call me.
Okay.
I don't have to talk to them, but he can bring me his phone and say, "Mom, my daddy at Disney World with the other kids. Why couldn't I go?" You know, it's not my fault, and I'm not gonna sit here and continue to take blow after blow from my baby because they continue to make false promises and tell lies to him. I'm not covering up no more, because to the media, you take care of all your kids, you pay your friends buying money, you take care of only the family let you tell it. But where is he included in this? And I never made it hard for you.
Okay. The question I have, well, that everybody have, is, so everybody is like, where's the proof of you know what I mean, the baby being Durk's? Because now there's more so to the media, like, okay, I look at it like this. People from Indianapolis is looking at it one way because they pretty much know you. They pretty much know the situation with Durk. Mm-hmm. People on the outside looking in the media, you post a clip of somebody saying, "Hey, this is Durk's kid." Mm-hmm. Where's the proof? Mm-hmm. So what is your answer to people asking that question? My
answer to the proof is Durk was never man enough to come forward and take a test with my son. His mom decided to meet me in Chicago a few years ago and get a DNA test through her. So the clips that I posted of the test says 97.999, whatever y'all want to call it, because we took a grandparent DNA test. And since then, his mom has been extremely active socially. But we have not had consistent visits or any of that. Durk just FaceTimed my son last week, and all my son could do was cry because he's idolizing the jewelry, the lifestyle, the cars, him seeing you rap and everything, but he don't have that relationship with you, and he's wondering why. You know what I mean? So if y'all not gonna actively be there consistently, why even keep going in and out, damaging a child? Okay. That's the part that I really don't get that, and that's what makes me lose respect in the situation and take it to court and make it about just supporting him. Just support him. If you don't want to be there, support him. And then the people like, "Oh, you just want money and this and that," when it wasn't about money, and I kept my mouth closed and I stayed quiet and I waited, and now he's finna be 7 years old July 1st. Now I'm coming out. This is new to everybody. Now I'm looking like the bad person. Yeah. But before everybody knew this, you know, who's helping me with him? You know what I'm saying? I have help. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discrediting anybody in my life that has helped me with my son, including my daughter's dad, who's been there for a very long time. But that doesn't take away the fact that the truth is the truth. My son visits my family in Chicago, and I can't stop my little cousins and little sisters and little brothers from telling him, "You know Durk your real daddy." You know what I mean? That's how my son got exposed to it in the first place. I wasn't proud of it. Why would I brag on you being my child's father and you're not there for him? You're not making it known to him that you are his father. You know what I mean? So that was never something I was proud of. It's people who ask me to this day, and unfortunately, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because what are you doing? To me, you're a regular person. Just like, this Durk you are now, that's not who I met. Right. You wasn't rolling in dough or whatever. Like the picture I posted. You had a little tennis chain around your neck. You was a regular gentleman that was just cool. You know what I'm saying? We knew the same people. Like his homie Pluto that passed away. That was my brother. I love to death. God rest his soul. Because I can guarantee you if he was alive, a lot of stuff would have been different. But it's like, we here now. What are you going to do now? You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of defending your reputation that you claim to have when you're not doing what a man should be doing.
Okay. And a lot of people on the internet is asking, if it's not about money or none of that, like, why did you put the GoFundMe? Because I've had like thousands of emails about like
it's so many people
being about money about that.
It's so many people. It's not even about money. I'm a regular person. I'm no Ari. I'm not trying to be no Jada or none of that flashy lifestyle. Nobody has ever seen me with Dior, Fendi, Gucci, Prada. That's not how I live. I have regular bills. I have a regular situation where going after a millionaire rapper costs. It costs because those lawyers who say that they'll help you, I'm not going downtown to file no regular child support case on a regular individual. People who have filed for child support against their baby daddy know that them people will push that shit out years and years on end.
Yeah, I want you to, matter of fact, enlighten people on that. Like, is a different type of child support system, like a different type of child support you're dealing with. It's not just the regular 9 to 5.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of people like, you don't need that much money. You can go to legal aid, this, that, and the other. No, you cannot. When you go to child support, you have to who it is, who they gotta go after, and then I live here. My son was born in Chicago. He live in Atlanta. All that paperwork and stuff. That stuff costs, and I don't have like 10 to 20,000 put away just to chase after him because I never expected this. I wanted him to do what he was supposed to do, and that's why I waited. Because why wouldn't I take your word for you saying that you're gonna step up one day and be there, or he's gonna go visit your mama or visit your family, or y'all gonna make time for him and y'all never do? Okay. His mama sent money to my son one time for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just over that. Because he's getting older and he understands, and I'm not finna keep listening to my son tell me he hate me and want to go with y'all and y'all don't give a damn about him. You know what I'm saying? It's coming to that point where I'm gonna be able to tell him and be honest with him. I've been doing everything. You cannot sit here and look at Durk have money, cars, and clothes and all this and that, and he's picking that whole world over being a father to you. I honestly don't feel like there's nothing he can teach my son. Honestly. You have gold dreads, black platinum dreads, platinum teeth. That's not what I want for my son. I don't want my son idolizing material things or talking about ops and gangs and all that shit. It ain't nothing you could teach him. So just support him. Just sponsor his lifestyle so I can get him the best psychiatrist because he got mental, emotional, trauma-like issues. So I can send him to the best schools so I can give him the best life that he can live outside of how y'all living. Because y'all living a lie. You know what I mean? And then it's like situations with his new girlfriend, India. I don't know anything about her, and I don't have nothing bad to say about her. But at the same time, if you know these accusations, I could not be laying with no man, and a female is getting exposed like this from the shade room and everywhere else, and not address the situation. What type of woman are you with having your own kids? You know what I'm saying? And it don't have nothing to do with her. Don't get me wrong. But I just could not be laying with my dude saying, you know, not trying to figure out, okay, if this ain't it, let's clear it up. Because my thing is, if it ain't a dude, baby, they gonna come say that ain't my baby.
Facts. Because it's gonna be up in the air in the relationship until it's settled.
Exactly.
Okay.
My point exactly. So it's just a lot of people that I'm losing respect for in the situation because it's not about Travana. It's about my innocent son that's about to be 7 years old. And I wish I could. If I let y'all come on, my son come on here, nothing's coached, nothing's written, nothing's wrote down. He will tell y'all how he feel, and he will tell y'all Durk is his daddy, and he loved Durk, and don't even know the man like that because Durk been absent for so long. But like I said, I've never lied to him about the situation.
Okay. So the question I have is, so him and Durk has had some type of like back and forth before this whole internet post.
Yes.
Because a lot of people seem to think like you are really coming out.
And I'm coming out of nowhere.
Yeah. Like you just popped up because his brother passed.
No, when I used to live, when I first had my son, I moved out of Chicago when he was about 3 months because I didn't want to raise him there. I moved back here. I used to rent cars to take my son to Chicago to see him, and I never really wanted to make a big deal about it because what's important is what's being handled. You visiting, I'm coming to see him, whatever it takes. I'm bringing my son to see you. We gonna get it taken care of, okay? And just over the years, like I said, false promises and everything. And then I've attempted court on several different occasions, but financially, I couldn't put my focus on just that.
So okay, let me stop you right there. So he was claiming them up until the point
Yes.
that this fame, like the next level fame, took off.
I don't know where he stopped or why, but he used to post my son. He used to claim my son. He used to tell me to bring my son to see him. I don't know where it stopped because, like I said, it's been 7 years. I don't know where it went wrong, but each time it went left. Anytime money, I'm going to say money. Anytime money got involved where I would ask about money, that's when he'd kind of try to fall back. Because I've threatened the court issue and everything before. But him knowing I don't have the financial means to actually push it is kind of what have him like, all right, go to court, see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, and he fall back. Like I said, he just FaceTimed my son 2 weeks ago. And my son saw him and cried the whole time. And they had no feelings towards that.
So it's one of those situations to where he want to deal with you on his time or his way versus y'all having like a mutual respect or mutual like,
agreement.
Yeah, agreement.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's better off for me to be quiet, but nothing is being handled if I'm quiet. Not saying I know which way this is gonna go, but I want to be able to tell my son when he get older, mommy tried everything that she could. I did A, B, C, D, E, F, G. You know, I didn't stop until I ran out of options. You know what I'm saying? So it's embarrassing to have to make a GoFundMe. That shit is embarrassing, but at the same, especially for a man who we have a DNA test, a man who we know for 100% fact is the daddy, a man who we know the claims them back and forth, a man who just FaceTimed my son 2 weeks ago. I have his number in my phone. I have his mama number in my phone, text threads, all kind of stuff, and it's like we're here cause what?
Okay.
A waste of time.
So what is your end goal to coming out to the media before you handle this in court? Because, you know, a lot of people are asking that also. They're like, okay, well, why is she on the internet doing these interviews and podcasts and stuff and not handling the court? What is your end goal on that?
My end goal is to hopefully get the right type of financial help that I can get from the world, or to get a pro bono lawyer, or to get some type of resource for this type of situation, because I know it's not the first and I know it won't be the last. You know what I'm saying? I'm not on here to try to make him look bad. I'm on here to try to see if I can get some type of justice for my son, because I have tried every other way there is. I have done a lot before I came to this point. So that's my biggest issue. If I can get the help that I can for him, I will definitely. I mean, this could have been shut down a long time ago. You know, I never wanted to take this route, or this route would have been taken a long time ago. So I'm hoping that it's the celebrity baby mamas or whoever can tune in and help me to get this figured out for my child. That's all I want. I'm not going to sit on here and get emotional because it saddens me, but I'm at the point of rage. And I want to just make sure I handle it correctly, because I know how wrong things can go just based off emotions. That's why I said I'm not trying to make Durk Banks look bad. But as a man that's out here making it seem to the world that he's such a real individual, to not stand on your child, and I mean all of them. I don't care if they were made by mistakes. I don't care if you hate the baby mamas. It's about your kids. My son should not be hurt because you don't like me or the decisions that I made when I was pregnant or after the fact or whatever the case may be. He didn't do anything, and that's the only part I'm trying to get understood. He want to be the voice of the streets. I'm my son's voice. I'm all he got. You know, he got other people around him, but he idolizes somebody that he don't even really know, and that's not fair to him. If you feel like you don't want to be in his life, make that clear. Why did you just FaceTime 2 weeks ago and keep pulling back and forth, back and forth, back and forth? Yeah. You were in the middle of a situation at the time that you FaceTimed him, but you saw that he cried. You kept asking him what was wrong, why he crying. He don't know you. He don't see you. He's happy right now. But, I mean, he don't understand why he's happy. I get it. But that means nothing to you.
Okay. And if you can give Durk a message from your son, like how your son feel, what do you feel like he would say to his daddy? Just on the strength of him wanting to be in his life.
My son would not say anything bad. And it's sad, but he don't understand. He's still looking at the fact that, oh, that's my dad. When his songs come on the radio, I know who that is. That's my real dad, Lil Durk. He get excited. You know what I'm saying? And it disturbs me because I'm not that mother that's like, F them, they ain't this, they ain't that. You know, I'm not going to force hate on my son. I'm going to be honest with him. I have told him that, you know, I'm around you every day because I want to be around you. They're not around because they don't want to be around. But I've never told him, like, they are bad people. They, you know, they hate you. Or stop asking about them. Don't keep talking about him. You know, I just let him just free his speech because I like for my son to say how he feel, express how he feel, because I want him to always be able to know that I'm going to always listen to him, and I want him to know that he's going to always be able to trust me. But my son don't have anything bad to say about you, Durk. So if you ever find it in your conscious mind or in your heart to make time for him, and if you don't, just support him. That's all. That's simple. That's simple. Like I said, I'm not trying to make them look bad. Right is right and wrong is wrong, though.
Okay. And do you feel like there's anything you could have did different to keep y'all from going down this lane? Do you feel like you did anything or he did anything? Or y'all,
yeah,
like,
there's a lot of things that I could have done different. Like not dealt with nobody else and just gave it time and everything. But at the same time, I was young. When I had my son, I was 21 and I didn't really have the support around me to, as far advice wise, to tell me this is wrong and that is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Not to make my mama look bad, but I'm just kind of like, should I do this? Should I do that? And she's like, you know, it's up to you, you know. And I'm reacting off emotion. It's my first pregnancy, so I'm kind of just clinging to, you know, who's around. Yeah, you need that moral support. You need somebody to be there for you. So you just, you know, you telling me F me and you hope my son die and all kind of stuff. I'm not going to be chasing after you because you think you Lil Durk and you going to blow. I wasn't thinking like how, I wasn't thinking that this was going to come to this.
You thinking of whatever was going on right then and there.
Exactly. I was thinking in the moment. And it was wrong. And that's the reason why I'm here. Because I'm trying to correct my wrongs. I'm not trying to keep just living, going down that road. I'm not here, like I said, to make nobody look bad. I'm here to speak out for my son. That's it. I don't want him. I have my own family. I have my own situation. My life is well put together. I'm not just out here bad. I don't want him. I respect the fact that he got a family, he got a woman. I don't have a problem with India. If we can communicate and without to keep me from talking to him, I will talk to her. Everything can be done through her. We can communicate for the kids' sake amongst each other. It don't have to be about Durk. This is not who I'm making this about. This is about my son being a part of the other side of his family. Now, Durk and my son bonding. He called my son's phone. I wasn't in the middle of that. I didn't tune in on the conversation to hear everything they talking about. I heard my son crying and I told him, like, just talk. Stop crying. You don't have to cry. Just talk. Just tell him how you feel. And I was actually in the middle of working from home. So this is not my MO. I'm not trying to ruin their family or whatever. Like, I'm happy for them. Whoever's happy, I'm happy for them.
Okay. So is there anything else you feel like we left off the table on just clearing the air for you? I know you can't speak for Durk or, you know what I mean, any other situation, but anything else you need to clear the air for you?
Yes. My final words to everybody is, I want to make sure that it's understood. I didn't mean any disrespect by the lady dropping the interview at D Things around his death. I rest in peace to him. He was a part of why my son was involved, why the test was taken, and why things did go a certain way. And also, you know, I'm not here to try to make nobody look bad. I'm just here to get the help that I need for my son because it's deserving of him. He deserves it. He didn't ask to be here. And, you know, I didn't have no control over the Tasha K situation. I don't agree with it, but I can't be mad at her when she gave me a chance to tell my story. Now, the dropping of the tape was wrong. The timing was wrong. But I can't take it back. I'm defending my son. So, anyway, other else y'all feel, that's on y'all. A lot of the hate is coming from people that I don't know. And I get it. You know, it's just kind of part of taking this route. But, I mean, this is the honest to God truth. Whether y'all want to take it or leave it. I'm speaking out for my son, Romeo. Anything else can be left in the air. You know, and we was led on for 7 years that things was going to change and things was going to be right. And now here we are 7 years later. Nothing has changed. So this is where we at.
Okay. Well, I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for saying your truth. You know what I mean? We didn't come on here, you didn't bash, nothing like that. You just said your truth. So I believe it's your side, his side, and then the truth. So
exactly.
Thank you for coming on this platform, just saying your side of it.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I was trying to see if any of the fans out there had any questions specifically that I didn't